Okay, so imagine this. What if one of those, slightly ridiculous internet jokes
Yeah.
actually turned out to be real?
Which one are we thinking of here? There are quite a few.
The urban legend one
Yeah.
about hitting 30, still being a virgin.
Ah, right. You become a wizard, you get magic powers.
Exactly. You literally gain magical abilities.
Yeah, it's that ultimate kind of self-deprecating gag, isn't it? Started on Japanese forums, I believe.
Mm,
But what happens when a TV series takes that exact premise
yeah.
and uses it not just for like cheap laughs, but as the foundation for this genuinely heartfelt, really romantic story?
About two guys who, well, desperately need to be seen.
Precisely.
So today we're doing a deep dive into a hugely celebrated Japanese BL drama, Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard,
Yeah, I gotta love that title.
right? And our mission really is to unpack how this bizarre magical shortcut actually forces this painfully shy guy, Adachi,
Yeah.
forces him to confront his own massive insecurities and kind of stumble into finding unconditional love because of it.
It's actually a brilliant setup structurally. We meet Kiyoshi Adachi, right? Super introverted office worker at a stationery company.
Very quiet, keeps to himself.
Totally. He hits 30 and boom, the power he gets is mind reading,
Oh, wow.
triggered by touch. So his carefully built wall of like emotional isolation instantly gone, irrevocably shattered.
And that, of course, brings us to the other main character,
Yeah,
Yuichi Kurosawa.
right. Kurosawa. He's the office star, isn't he? Handsome, charismatic, top salesman.
Seems flawless. Adachi definitely sees him as this sort of, I don't know, unreachable, perfect alien at first.
Mm-hmm. So for Adachi, this new power is just immediately overwhelming.
I bet.
He's trying to do his commute, just blend into the background like always.
Yeah. Stay invisible.
Exactly. And suddenly, every single person he accidentally brushes past on the train
Oh, no.
is basically screaming their deepest anxieties and like internal grocery lists right into his head. It's chaos.
Okay, but the real game changer, the moment the whole show pivots, is in episode 1.
Absolutely. The elevator scene?
Yes. He bumps into Kurosawa in a crowded elevator, touches him, and suddenly the, external silence is just obliterated.
By Kurosawa's inner thoughts.
Which are not just friendly, they're this verbose, giddy stream of affectionate, really amorous feelings.
all directed squarely at Adachi.
Yeah.
And it's just the most brilliant contrast.
It really is.
Kurosawa's public persona, cool, calm competence, the guy who's amazing at everything, sports, cooking, sales awards.
Nails it every time.
But Adachi now has this backstage pass. He knows Kurosawa's inner life is this slightly obsessive, totally lovesick mess.
He's literally hearing the top salesman mentally composing poetry about how cute Adachi looks when he messes up the coffee run.
Exactly. Or, Kurosawa will be giving a major client pitch looking totally smooth, while inwardly having a full-blown panic about whether Adachi noticed his new haircut.
Or just waxing lyrical about the specific shade of red Adachi's ears turn when he gets embarrassed. It's those hyper-detailed thoughts that make it so funny and kind of sweet.
Totally. And this contrast, this dynamic, it's crucial because Adachi, well, he's carrying around years of really deep-seated insecurity.
Yeah, there was that incident in college, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. He got humiliated. A
Yeah.
girl he liked just openly dismissed him very publicly.
Ouch.
And he completely internalized that rejection, convinced himself he was just fundamentally unworthy of romance, invisible.
So the magic then, it almost acts like a shield against that old trauma.
In a way, yes, he doesn't have to face the sheer terror of, say, asking Kurosawa out or bracing for rejection.
Because he's hearing it directly.
Unfiltered,
Yeah.
constant, unwavering, sincere appreciation from Kurosawa, which just flies in the face of Adachi's core belief about himself.
That he's unlovable, yeah. It must challenge him to his core.
It absolutely does. But, and this is important, it immediately raises that structural question, doesn't it, about the relationship's foundation.
You mean, is it real?
Yeah. If Adachi is only acting because he has this, non-consensual inside scoop, hearing Kurosawa's perfect internal script, is the relationship authentic? Or is he kind of manipulating Kurosawa, even unintentionally?
That's a heavy question.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the core conflict the show spends its entire run digging into.
Exactly.
But hold on, let's back up for just a sec. Why did Kurosawa fall for Adachi? The perfect guy falling for the timid, sort of self-effacing one.
Ah, well, that gives us a fascinating insight into Kurosawa's own vulnerability, his hidden flaw.
Okay.
See, Kurosawa worked so hard for that perfection because he was terrified of being dismissed as just, a pretty face, superficial.
Right, okay.
And there was this specific work event, way before the magic, where he felt like he was being chastised, reduced only to his looks. He felt awful.
And Adachi.
Adachi was the only one who offered him genuine, gentle consolidation. And it was specific.
How so?
He didn't just say, oh, you'll do better next time. He actually praised Kurosawa's work ethic, his meticulous preparation for the event. Ah, so he saw past the facade.
Exactly. He saw the effort, accepted Kurosawa's moment of vulnerability. For Kurosawa, who always felt pressure to be flawless, Adachi saw the actual person underneath the star salesman persona.
Wow. Okay, so that's where Kurosawa's crush really began. It makes sense.
It really does. Long before any magic was involved.
Okay, so the magic is definitely the catalyst, right? It gets things moving.
Oh, undeniably. Without it, you have to assume Kurosawa would have just kept his crush totally secret.
Being the smooth operator he is.
Exactly. And Adachi would have remained completely oblivious, stuck in his shell. It forced the interaction, no doubt.
But like we were saying, just hearing thoughts isn't enough for a real relationship.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And the series makes a really powerful case that genuine connection needs honesty, actual communication, something that goes beyond any, magical cheat code.
Yeah, because the magic actually starts causing problems later on, doesn't it?
It really does. Around episodes 9 to 11, things get rocky. Adachi, still tangled up in his insecurities,
Tries to, protect Kurosawa by making decisions for him about a potential career move, but without actually talking to him about it.
even though he knows exactly what Kurosawa's thinking.
Yes. The lack of open communication creates this distance, this misunderstanding, even with the mind reading. It shows the limits of the power.
And then there's the big blow-up, the breakup.
Oh, right. Adachi feels this overwhelming guilt. He uses the mind reading to help win a company design competition.
Okay.
And suddenly he questions everything. Is his success, his confidence, his entire relationship just built on cheating, on this unfair advantage?
That's rough, that insecurity spiral.
Totally. And it drives him to break things off. He's terrified the connection isn't real, that it's only valid because of the magic.
So how do they fix it?
Well, that's the critical point. The reconciliation is actually handled beautifully. It happens during a business trip to Nagasaki.
Right.
Adachi essentially chases Kurosawa down. And this is key. Without touching him, without using the power at all.
He finally says it.
He finally verbalizes his love out loud. I love you. He confesses honestly, proving, maybe mostly to himself, that his feelings are real, independent of that magical cheat sheet.
Wow. That's a powerful moment.
It really is. And then you get the ultimate symbolic payoff in the finale.
He loses the power.
Yep. Right after a really significant, intimate moment between them, Adachi realizes, poof, the mind-reading ability is gone.
And that basically confirms the show's whole point.
Exactly. He doesn't need the magic anymore because he's learned the much more valuable skills. Communication, trust, vulnerability, understanding Kurosawa's heart the real way.
And their ending is just, it's so them, isn't it? The pengagement.
Oh, the pens, yes. Instead of rings, Kurosawa gives Adachi matching fountain pens.
Which is perfect, acknowledging Adachi's job and his, nerdy love for stationery.
It symbolizes this quiet, professional, long-term commitment. It's understated and lovely. And then, of course, you get that sweet little post-credits wedding photo just to really cement their future.
It's very satisfying. But wait, we also need to talk about the other wizard.
Ah, yes.
Cesare. Adachi's friend, the eccentric novelist, Masato Tsuja. He also hits 30, also a virgin.
And bam, gets the exact same touch-based mind-reading power.
His story adds a whole different flavor, doesn't
Well, it really does. The inclusion of Tsuja and his romance with Minato Wataya, the much younger delivery guy / aspiring dancer.
Right, the gag guy.
Well, the relationship is kind of kicked off by Tsuja's beloved cat, Udon, who Minato befriends, but it provides this excellent contrast to Adachi and Kurosawa.
How so?
Well, if Adachi was mostly reactive and kind of fearful with his power, Tsuji is wildly impulsive.
Definitely more chaotic.
Oh, totally. He uses his power much more, let's say, aggressively, more dramatically, which leads to this faster, much more volatile, arguably more overtly passionate courtship with Minato.
So it shows the magic doesn't force one kind of relationship.
Exactly. It just dictates the opportunity. Adachi and Kurosawa's story is this slow burn study in emotional vulnerability. Tsuja and Minato, that's more of an immediate dive into identity issues, age gaps, overcoming social anxiety.
But ultimately, both couples have to figure out the same thing.
Pretty much. How to be vulnerable and connect beyond the magical advantage. How to communicate honestly.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Beyond the main romances, the show gets a lot of praise for how it handles certain tropes, right? Especially with their coworker, Fujisaki.
Nozomi Fujisaki, yes. Structurally, she's positioned exactly where you'd expect the female romantic rival to be. The character often thrown in just to create drama.
Right, standard trope in some genres.
But Cherry Magic does something really smart. Adachi, using his magic, accidentally touches her at one point.
What's she thinking?
Her thoughts are completely, utterly preoccupied with her own stuff. Her passions.
Which are?
Intense study of labor law, actually. She's super into it.
Okay, so zero romantic interest in Adachi or Kurosawa.
Zero. None whatsoever. In anyone, it seems. She's just totally content, self-sufficient, thriving on her own interests.
Wow, that's actually really refreshing.
It provides such a powerful and positive message, doesn't it? That relationships aren't the be-all and end-all for everyone. Many fans see her as great representation, though it's never explicitly labeled for someone who might identify as happily aromantic or asexual, just fulfilled on her own terms.
And Dachi seeing that, hearing her thoughts,
Right.
that's important for his growth too, isn't it?
Absolutely. He has this moment of realization reflects, even if I don't have love or romance, every day is fun in its own way.
So the show lets Adachi find his happy ending in love, while also confirming that being single can be an equally valid, equally fulfilling path. It's not presented as a failure.
Precisely. Which is pretty nuanced.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So looking at the bigger picture then, Cherry Magic
Right.
really made waves, didn't it, in the BL genre specifically?
No, huge waves. It's considered a landmark by many because it just refused to rely on heavy melodrama or, frankly, some of the toxic tropes that can sometimes pop up.
Yeah, it kept the focus really tight.
Intensely focused on emotional development, on character growth, on sensitive, supportive communication. And that resonated. It became a critical and commercial smash hit.
And not just in Japan, right? It had global success.
Huge global success,
Yep.
which led to the movie sequel, the special episodes, even an anime adaptation.
Right. And there's that real-world connection, too, which feels really significant given the show's themes.
Ah, yes. The original manga author Yu Toyota.
What did they do?
They actually contributed a portion of the earnings from the drama adaptation directly to an organization in Japan that advocates for same-sex marriage equality.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing.
It's a beautiful act, isn't it?
Yeah.
Directly linking this fictional story about two men finding love and, social acceptance to tangible, real-world efforts towards societal change for the LGBTQ plus community.
It really brings it full circle. It's incredible, really, when you think we started with just a silly internet joke about becoming a wizard at 30,
Right.
and it got transformed into this genuinely relatable, gentle, deeply supportive love story that actually ended up helping fund marriage equality advocacy.
The premise was just the perfect scaffolding, maybe, to help tear down the emotional walls of these two men who were just paralyzed by the fear of being truly seen, truly vulnerable.
The magic showed them their worth, almost invasively at first.
Mm-hmm. But the show's lasting lesson, the thing that sticks with you, is that even if you could know someone's every secret thought, their deepest appreciation, their darkest insecurity, the most valuable step, the truly courageous step in any relationship, is choosing to actually say those feelings out loud, to trust someone with your heart without the cheat codes.
So I guess that leaves a question for you, the listener, doesn't it?
It does. What are those truths, maybe, that you keep hidden? The ones you're convinced are too risky to share?
That, if you finally spoke them, could potentially change everything. Unlock the connection you've been waiting for.
Whether you feel like you need the confidence boost of a perfect inner monologue reading,
Apple.
or maybe just a gentle nudge towards honesty, the lesson seems pretty clear. Sometimes you have to lose the magic to find something truly genuine.
Well said. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.